Yo, what's up, Shib fam? What is up, YouTube? And we are back with a special daily truck build. This one I've been waiting for quite some time. This one I pre-ordered 3 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. This is the Marmon 110P by Station 95 shop. This thing is immaculate. This is detail and quality, interior and out. I can't wait to show you this thing. I can't wait to give you guys a ride in this thing. Hopefully you'll come along for the ride. Yo, we are going to start off the same way we always do. We are going to take a look at this thing in the shop as if we were going to purchase it. This thing, like I said, quality inside and out. Look at the chrome. The chrome, it looks like a mirror. This is so amazing. The detail, the body lines, everything about this is quality. Somebody took their time with this. Somebody has pride in this, and I am excited. I've been excited. But when I put this in the mod folder last night, that's when it released. Yeah, I was super amazed. So two different cabin options, but they're both the same. The difference is this little window right here. So that goes away. Three different chassis. You have the short, and the 6x4 long. I like the long because we're gonna add a second fuel tank. It doesn't add any capacity, but it looks kind of cool. It does come with an engine pack, and although I did add the DD60 by Seat Mods, we're gonna take that out. My suggestion, if you like to hear your truck and you if that's important to you, the sound of it, things like that, I'm gonna recommend the N14. That sounds the best, uh, in my opinion. And you have three options. You have the 435, 525, and the 600 chip. I recommend the 600 chip just because you might want to haul something. You're going to be heading up hills and things like that. But it really is up to you. The other one that I tested today, in fact, on the live stream, this morning's Twitch live stream, we used the NTC Big Cam, the 605 tuned. But any of these, they're all good. The M11, but in my opinion, the N14 sounds the best out of this truck. A few transmission options. Of course, I went with the 14 12 ratio with the 310 differential. It just gives you a little more variety. Normal, heavy maneuverability, hills, uneven terrain. Where if you go with the 433 differential, the 1331 and the 079, you get all heavy. And you can traverse the hills pretty good. So I think this is an all-around transmission. Interior, not much, but you do have some options. It is, by the way, I say not much, but the detail in this interior is unbelievable. Right down to the logo on the door and on the dash. I mean, again, the chrome. It looks like a mirror. You could look at yourself. Look at the pedals, the lines in the pedals. Um, just absolutely, it's mind-boggling. I mean, you could look at this thing, the detail in the rings around all your gauges, all your buttons, CB, old style CB, the detail in the fans, how shiny they are, AM FM cassette, how cool is that? Your the detail in your lights. Again, this was considered the Cadillac of trucks. The Marmon was the Cadillac of trucks. The 110P, in my opinion, is the Cadillac of cabovers. Everything about this truck is absolutely fantastic. There is a node that you can change where's this right there? You can change the skin on the interior. I went with the red, but you have several options. Dark brown, tan, gray. But green, you have several options there. So, and then the other thing you can change about the inside is your wood panel. You can do your dash. I went with like a almost like a black. There's a reddish dash color, which I'm a fan of color red. But I went with this guy right here, a darker. You can change your steering wheel if you want to. I think that's a cool steering wheel. I wouldn't have changed that at all. But the detail in this thing, like I said, look at all these knobs and buttons in here. Everything is super detailed. You have your high beam. For those of you that don't remember, there's a lot of young kids that watch these videos. Your high beam used to be on the floor, so you had, I mean, even the lines in your brakes and your clutch. Look at all these. The detail is unbelievable, absolutely, unbelievably detailed. So, so amazing. Um, Even on the exterior, like I said, the exterior will start with the paint jobs. You have your solid colors, but you do get, I think, 8 or 9 maybe skins. A couple of my favorites here. You know what? Before we do that, let me add the turbo wing, because this is going to add to the paint job. You have several. We'll go over those, but this one is pretty cool because it's going to change with each paint job. So especially look at this. This was a company out of, was it Denver, Pennsylvania? Um Ezra Good. So that's pretty cool. Use that as a little bit of advertisement back in the day. This is probably one of my favorite paint jobs. I'm a red, white, black guy, but I would rock this paint job. That thing looks pretty cool, man. The John Deere, look at that John Deere advertisement up there. I'm not sure what that symbol is, but it's pretty cool. And then the next couple, you have just a regular paint job. I do wish we had the option to change those colors. You know, like you have your little, what is that? Your customization over here. That would have been cool for this paint job. I'd rock that paint job if it didn't have blue and light blue and greens. If it had some blacks, some reds. But I'm sure all that stuff's come. Couple Marmont paint jobs itself. I love that one. That one's pretty cool. It says old school to me. I like it. You can also do that one. That one also says old. All these paint jobs say old school. This one's probably my favorite. The tattered flag and Uncle Sam, and then you have the other option. These two you can change. You can change these. Um, You change that right there. So really cool, man. And it does come with a def file. It comes with some templates. So if there's, if somebody out there knows how to make skins or likes that kind of thing in the download, after you purchase it, it does come with that. So, yeah, I think all the paint jobs look really cool. Like I said, the turbo wing, you have a couple options. You have your old school spoiler. I went with this on my build. We also have your more modern day, or I don't know, make it look kind of tough and mean. And then you also have that one as well. But everyone that there is a chrome version as well, so that's pretty cool. Sun visors as well. I think there's a couple short ones here. I like this one here has a little bit of I like the lines on it. I like how it's shaped. But this one's probably my favorite. It's a little, starts to drop down, but it's not so much where you know, your view. I like to see in front of me. And then, like I said, everything on this truck that's painted, you also have the option of chrome, so that's pretty cool. Now we're getting to like, this is something I'd put on my John Ruda 362, or Shadow Walker's 352, and then they get even bigger. So, and like I said, everything that's painted has an option to be chrome. So that's pretty darn cool. Bumpers, I think, is pretty cool, man. You have this one's probably my favorite. I didn't use it on this build, but that is one of my favorites. Put your plate right there. That's pretty cool. Um, put your lights, couple lights in there. I think I went with this guy right. I went with that guy. I like a full bumper, but plenty of options as far as bumpers. Nothing painted that I saw. Nothing painted. Um, and for those of you that like the brush guard look, super cool, man. Let's see here. There's a couple others. You have add some cab lights. I think that's a cool option. Different colors as well. It's really cool. You don't have the nodes, so whatever they say, whatever's on the truck, whatever is in the built into the truck, that's what you're going to use. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And then you can add a mirror down there. Want to see out it. Speaking of mirrors, you can add the mirror there as well. You do have cab lights. Those are nodes. I did not have a light pack, so I didn't try it. And then of course you can use, if you want to put an old school air conditioner in there. And then you also have your horns. I'm a horn guy. I like them. That's the one I used right there. I think those look cool. But yeah, super. Another option. I thought this looked pretty cool, man. You got double tanks. I liked it. That's what I use. It doesn't add to your capacity, but I think it looks pretty cool. And then you have some options as far as your mud guards go. Get down here. Some of my favorites. I didn't put these on my build, but I like how it wraps the entire. And again, anything that's painted, you have the option chrome. I think that's pretty cool. The one I went with, I believe I just went with this guy right there. Nope, right there. Yeah, that's what airlines, tuck them into the deck, or you can have your standing up. I think that looks more of the time period. You also have your exhaust. You can add some smoke if you want. Heavy smoke. I think that's a really cool feature. And then where is our exhaust? Add some beacons. Great. No. Smoke. That's your exhaust. I went with the flaps. I think the flaps look pretty cool right there. But you do have all sorts right down to your, you have your miter. You have your flat. There's your miter. It's your regular curved stuff. Plenty of options. Air filter as well. You can change that. Let's see. Right here. Where is it? Right there. You can have the black. I went with the round because everything stays chrome. I think it looks pretty darn cool, man. But yeah, lots of cool options, man. And then you can add a plate if you want. If you have a tire pack, you can add your own tires. But I think the tires that they put on the truck, I think they look pretty old school. I think they look pretty cool. I didn't keep them, but for somebody that would want to, yeah, I think they look pretty cool. But you can look at the truck. I mean, the chrome, it looks like a mirror. I mean, everything is so detailed. Right down from your body lines to your grills, all that stuff. I just think it's been outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Very well done. Side deflectors, that was another thing you could put on. Chrome, painted. I always choose to go with the painted, but really cool, man. I can't wait to take you guys for a ride. Shall we get this Cummins N14 fired up? I think we should. I don't even know where we're going. So let's go find out. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and bring this up. We are headed to Lubbock. So that means we are in Amarillo. All right. So we have 137 miles to go. So let's get this thing headed down the road. An iconic N14. I don't know if those were in these trucks back then. I don't think so. I read somewhere it was like a E4 or something like that. I don't know. But they had Marmon had their own engine. These were, like I said, these were the Cadillac of trucks, and the 110P is the Cadillac of cabovers. Well, hopefully we get some highway. We'll be able to I'll be able to keep quiet, let you guys take in the sights and the sounds of this beautiful cabover. For those of you that are wondering, I am using John Aruta's trailer pack. This is just his flat deck. It's his American trailer pack. I've never seen this much attention to detail or this much quality in a mod in a really long time. And that I am not talking poorly of any modders that are out there. I have my favorites. John Ruda, Shadow Walker, as far as trailers, Bart's. This is so well done. There's so much time and pride that's been put into this truck. You can tell every corner. I'm just look around the cab and look at the detail and look at the chrome and every little thing. All right, we're gonna be getting on. Let's take a look here. We're gonna be getting on 60. So once we get on 60, we'll just I'll zip it. I'll show you the sights and sounds of this beautiful, beautiful machine. $55 miles to go. I could drive this thing all day. This thing is so much fun to drive, and I say that about all the trucks that I have, or all the trucks that I make videos about. I am such a huge fan of Cabovers. When I saw this thing advertised on Facebook, which I'll provide the link to Station 95's Facebook page. In addition, I'll include the link to their website. I knew this was something that I had to have. I waited. I placed it on pre-order. I did a pre-order and I waited patiently 2-3 weeks. We got the word last night. I don't remember. I was live, so it was sometime after 7 o'clock, and it said it was ready for download. I downloaded this thing at like a little after 10 p.m. and I spent an hour and a half just building it. I had so much fun building it, but I had to take it for a ride. Before I went live with it, I knew that I had to take it for a ride. I felt like a little kid. But the more I drove it today on the live stream, the more I saw things that I didn't notice last night because I was so excited. And I mentioned this earlier in the video, there's so much attention to detail, and you can tell. There's so much pride in this truck, and you can tell. Something I highly recommend if you like old school, if you like Marmons, if you like Cabovers, or if you just like having a variety of mods in your mod folder. This is something I highly recommend. The quality alone is worth it. We have 6 miles to go. Whoopsie. We have 6 miles to go for now until we drop off. What was this? Concrete? I think it was, yeah, concrete. What is that? Barriers? Concrete barriers. Slow down to nothing on a highway. Maybe that's not really a highway. Where I'm from, the exits are much longer. All right, we're gonna go up to Golden Meadows. Oh, it's the tractor for heavy equipment. Yeah, tractors, skid steers. All right, farming equipment, I would say. All right, let's get a hold of dispatch and let them know we're here, so they can let the receiver know to tell us where they want it. We're gonna play it safe just so I have a good spot to end the video, so we can get one last look at this beautiful Marmon 110P. All right, let's get rid of the GPS out of the way. Let's go ahead and collect our cash. Excellent. How much are we gonna make? 11 grand. We didn't really drive that far. From where were we? Let's take a look at the world map. We weren't far. Amarillo to Lubbock with some concrete barriers in this brand new Marmon 110P by Station 95 shop. I will include their links in the description of the video, along with the link to John Ruda if anybody wants to take a look at his American trailer pack. I highly recommend this thing. Everything about this thing screams detail and quality and pride, just like it would have when these were built by hand. Marmon took a lot of pride. That's why they were considered the Cadillac of trucks, and the 110P is the Cadillac of cabovers. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you do decide to enjoy it firsthand and take a look at Station 95 Shop's website and throw them some support. I had a blast. I hope you guys did too. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Until next time, stay safe, look after one another, be kind to yourself. You deserve it. And much love, everybody. Peace.